registrar, Dr. Mushtaq Ahmad, Professor Bhawan, Master Dean, Professor Khurshid. Thank you very much. And Professor Mushtaq Ahmad Siddiqui. I'm indeed very honored and privileged to be here. We've been invited by respected Vice Chancellor to own the initiative, and it is always a pleasure to visit this part of the world. All the teachers, the deans, the head of the departments, my colleagues, because now we all belong to the same fraternity of the academic community, my students. Though Professor Khurshid and Professor Mushtaq have referred to very important points about the implementation, monitoring, the autonomy. I will come to some of these points a little later. But I believe that though NEP was announced almost 3 years ago, more than 3 years ago, there is a need for unraveling the rationale behind the NEP, so that the success of any policy is dependent chiefly on the implementation. And implementation needs our motivation and commitment. And at the same time, we should feel convinced about what we are doing. So those some of the points have been mentioned by Professor Khurshid and Professor Mushtaq, and of course Professor Nisar. I would still like to go over the rationale behind the NEP. See, the national education policy has been designed and very well crafted based on a very careful assessment of the constraints and the challenges that our higher education system is facing. So, in order to understand the rationale, we must understand the draft NEP 2019, how the challenges were diagnosed, so that we can see that how the various recommendations have been made. The second, the NEP is also trying to address the emerging challenges that our Indian economy is facing. The most important challenge is the underemployment and the graduate employment among the youths on one hand, and on the other, there has been a rapid progress, rapid development in the sphere of technology, particularly after the introduction of AI. So there has to be a match between the higher education system and the job market and the need of the economy. So in a way, the national education policy, as I can see, being a student of economics, is also an economic policy. And the third major objective would be to situate India in the global map of knowledge generation, because the internationalization has been given some very importance in the entire policy document. Now, before I begin, you can start with the first slide, please. Yeah. You know, as Registrar Sir, Dr. Mushtaq mentioned, the Indian higher education system is not a system is the second largest in the world. And the concern is about the quality. And various issues are related to the access and equity. They are very deeply entrenched in our system. So the access and the quality have been the major concern for the policymakers. The enrollment in the private system, aided and non-aided, would constitute around 2/3 of the enrollment. So it's visibly privatized. And the presence of Indian universities in the global ranking, though it has witnessed some improvement in the recent past, but before 2020, given our size, we are not there among the top 100 universities of the world. Now, see what exactly what are the challenges that have been pointed out? They're very important for us to understand the challenges. But therefore, you can see the linkage between the challenges identified and the recommendations. These are some of the points that I am trying to mention from the draft 2019 NEP. That there are too many higher education institutions. The size of the higher education institutions are very small and of mostly substandard quality. And all these factors